All right, beautiful, beautiful humans. Welcome to the Magnetic Marketing Masterclass. This is a masterclass to help you master the art of content creation, marketing, and automations to make bank. I'm super excited for this again today. This training is for you if you want to build an empire online so that you can work remotely and work for yourself. You can go to cafes all day, you can go to co-working spaces, you can build the online business of your dreams and work from your phone, work from Wi-Fi, so that you have more time for yourself as well. I am super excited. This is also for you if you've started an IG already. Maybe you already have an established business online, or maybe you're just starting out and you have started your IG account, but maybe you're not really reaching the people you want to. You're struggling to know who your audience is, but you really want to take it to the next level. So you're ready to learn full strategy, full mindset of what it takes to be successful online and build the online business of your dreams. You want to learn how to create endless content that turns your IG into a money-making machine. Instagram is a free resource. It's an unbelievable place to market yourself, and it doesn't cost anything. We are so lucky. How freaking cool is that? So why not learn to use it to your best ability that you can, using all the features, using everything that you possibly can to make a business and build a business online. The fact that we get to do that in 2024 is just crazy. So why not try and use that as best you can? You are ready to have your DMs flooding with people, with your dream customers saying, send me the link. I want to work with you. It's like you're in my brain. I need you to help me. This is what it's all about. And you're ambitious, you're an ambitious woman, or you're an ambitious man, and you know you're meant for more. You just have that feeling inside you, but you're not quite sure how to take action. Maybe you have tried to take action and you've maybe failed in the past. Maybe you don't believe in yourself enough yet to take that extra step. That's where accountability and support definitely comes in as well. And you're ready to be a success story. Why wouldn't you want to be successful? Sorry, I'm thinking of starting again from scratch. Okay, beautiful, Tamara. I will answer that at the end. Thank you for dropping that here, Q&A at the end, but thank you so much for that. Note for you, this is not for you. If you're here for quick cash results, I know when it comes to building a business online or MRR or the digital marketing space, you've probably seen a lot of, overnight successes. And don't get me wrong, it can definitely happen. But if you're only in it for the quick overnight success and you're only in it for the quick cash, then this training isn't probably for you, because I want to help people build a sustainable business that they can have now, that they can have in 1 year, that they can have in 5 years, and it's going to bring them consistent income for the rest of their life until they no longer need it. And it's not for you if you don't like free content. So much free content and juicy gold nuggets in here, followed up by an even better opportunity for expansion and growth. Quick admin, only about 30, 40 minutes today, maybe. I do like to talk. Take notes, grab a pen and paper. It is recorded. The replay will be available for 45. I said that last night as well, 48 hours afterwards. And so if you have to leave, if you have screaming kids, if you've got a hot date or whatever, you can absolutely leave and come back. And it will be recorded for you for 48 hours. It'll be available, and Q&A available at the end. Thank you, Tamara, for dropping in that question. I'll definitely get that. As well, guys, if you do share this on your stories tonight, take a photo of you watching this masterclass, whatever you like to do, and just share it on your stories and tag me. You go in the draw to win a one-on-one 60-minute coaching call valued at $399 USD. All right, I want you to take a journey with me. I know you guys did this last night as well, but close your eyes down and I want you to think about your dream income goal. So what goal do you want to achieve? Maybe it's 10K months, maybe it's 20K months, 30K months, maybe it's $1 million a year. What gets you so excited? Close down your eyes and just think about that number, whatever that number that pops into your head. That is your number. Maybe you've thought about this for a while. Maybe it's a monthly income. Maybe you like to think about your income as a year. Maybe you want to make 120K a year. Maybe you want to make 200K a year. Whatever it is, think about that number. And now I want you to imagine your life and what it would be like if you achieved this. How would it make you feel? How freaking excited would it make you feel having this number, $30,000 a month, going into your bank account? What would it be able to bring to your life? Would it be joy? Would it be adventure? Would it be excitement? Would it be less stress, not having to worry about to pay bills? How exciting is that number? I want you to feel it, and I just want you to know that it is so possible. I know that you might be thinking of this outrageous number and thinking, ugh, I'll never be able to achieve this. But my question to you is, why can't you? because there are hundreds and thousands of people doing it out online already, and they might have been in the game a little longer than you, but if they're doing it, why can't you do it? All you need is to, you know, fix your mindset around that for sure if you don't believe it's possible, but also you just need the right strategy. You need to learn how to grow, you need to learn how to find your audience, you need to learn how to use your marketing messaging properly, so that you can really build an online brand and business of your dreams. I just asked that question because mine used to be 120K. I used to have this, I think it was maybe like 2018 when I first opened my gym. And I used to think, oh my God, it'd be so good if I could make 120K a year. And don't get me wrong, 120K is still amazing. It's an amazing salary, super, super happy with 120K. But I used to think like that would be my goal. 120K, I'd be set. And then I got into the digital marketing space and I started to learn that it's actually a lot easier to make that sort of money in a less time frame. And from starting DCC, my partner and I, we also started a few different Instagram accounts. We had a manifesting one. We set up all our back systems with tripwires and now my fitness account too. And in 6 months alone, so since January this year, we've made $121,700, which is just crazy, all selling digital products. And I'm going to teach you the 3 things that caused this to happen, that was responsible for this. There's probably more working parts than just these 3 things, but tonight, in this time, I can't give it all away because we'll be here for ages. So I wanted to talk about 3 really important things that you need to nail if this is something that you want to achieve. Number 1 is using a content strategy that is proven and that works. We're going to really dive deep into content and why that matters so much. If you're not using a strategy and if you're just throwing spaghetti at a wall, hoping that it sticks, we're going to change that. Number 2 is using a specific IG features properly. So IG has so many features. There's lives, there's reels, there's stories, there's broadcast channels. There's so many things that you can use to your advantage. And if you're not using them properly, you're missing out on so much money and you're missing out on building a community. And the more community and conversations you can have, the more sales you're going to make. So this is so important to learn how to use all of these different ones properly. And then building out your trust funnel, and which includes like your free lead magnet to start building that trust with new customers, understanding the customer journey, and then of course getting into email marketing as well. So these are the 3 things that have really helped me and my partner grow. We're going to tap into them tonight. So focusing here first on your content strategy. So creating content that speaks to your ideal audience. This is so, so, so important, and specifically talking to their desires. I think back in the day, marketing used to be really pinpointed at pain points, and it would be like, you know, talk about all these things that people are really struggling with. But I think that when you learn about the customer journey and the awareness stages, talking to people's pain points they're not going to be the type of people that want to buy from you. You want to attract empowered buyers who are ready. And by doing that, you need to speak to their desires, because they're at a very different mindset and different awareness stage than people who are in the pain point and awareness stage. So creating content that really speaks to your audiences, your specific target audience and their desires, making it feel really possible for them that they can achieve this too. Creating content that is solution driven. Your audience has a problem and you want to be the person that is going to solve their problem. So making sure that it's happening in all of your reels and all of your posts. And then there are 3 types of contents that you should be posting. So leadership, coachable, and inspirational, which I'm going to be talking about specifically tonight. So that's number 1. Step number 2 is using all the IG features. So learning how to use your stories to connect, nurture, and sell, your lives, to show your personality, and also to show your authority, and also to connect as well. It's a great way. Using your reels properly, not selling in your reels at all. That is just a first point of reference for your trust funnel. Educating, you know, what else is there? There's broadcast channels. There's so many different things that you can be using for IG, and just learning how to do these properly is really important. And then your trust funnel. So it starts with your free trust magnet, your freebie, using ManyChat to make that system all work for you easier. Includes your email marketing sequences and regular emails. And then that can all lead into your DMs, which is going to help you have more conversations and it's going to help with sales. The more DMs you can have, I say this to all of my one-on-one clients, the more DMs you can have, the more sales you will make. I have hardly ever made a random sale. It's been very even in, you know, all my life, there's in all my life, in all my businesses, in my fitness, in all of these things, there's always been a conversation first, where we have spoken, we have gotten to know each other, we have, exchanged a few DMs. They've probably been watching my content for a while, but when they're in that readiness stage to purchase, there is always a conversation first. And then I ask them if they want the link, they say yes, and then bam, purchase. So it's hardly ever just they go into my stand store and they buy my link. It's just not, it doesn't happen. And what I'm finding these days, especially with so much competition, people really buy you. They're not so much buying the product, they're buying you, they're buying your values, and they're buying the transformation that you can give them, and they see themselves in you. So that is why it's so important to share your journey, share your story, share your values along the way as well, and really invite people into your DMs as much as you can to start having conversations as well. And I'm going to tap into more of that tonight. So step one, okay, this is one of the most important things, creating content that speaks to your ideal audience. So who do you help? Who do you help? Is it busy mums who are struggling with work-life balance? Is it working entrepreneurs who really want to build a strong body in the gym? Like, who is it that you help? And get really clear on your target audience. Don't let it just be women versus men. Get really targeted down, and don't be afraid to really niche down. Burnt out millennials, love it. Amy, so good. There are so many burnt out millennials. That is who you help. Frick yeah, I hope that's in your bio or your Instagram. If anyone wants to jump in there and just write out who you help as well, I love that. Get really clear on who you help. So this is usually a passed out version or even a current version of you. Don't just say females or males, and just be really specific, but it's usually you have overcome something, or you've, been in a situation where you've been really unhappy, struggling with something, and you found a way out. And that is why you want to help people. So usually your target audience is a past version of you, which is a good thing, because that means that you understand their pain points and their desires so much. So get really clear on that. But first of all, just with your bio here, so I absolutely always have to say who you help and how in your bio. So I say I help female biz owners, niching down. It's not just females, it's not just biz owners. Turn their IG into a money-making machine with online courses and products, right? That's really important that you have who you help and how in your Instagram bio, specifically in that first line. So what are their pain points and what are they struggling with? I urge you to grab a piece of paper and write out every single pain point that they're struggling with. Not being able to go on social media, worried about judgment, anything that comes to mind that comes up with your people with too much stuff who are overwhelmed by it. Exactly. Too much stuff in your house, too much clutter. You help with people who feel overwhelmed with clutter in their house. So get really clear on that. I love that, Enya. What are their pain points? They can't move around in their house without feeling anxious. They feel overwhelmed with the amount of mess in their house. They're embarrassed to invite people over. Like, that's really targeting all of their, think about all their pain points, and then think about their desires, wanting to walk into a room and feeling a sense of calm and clarity because their room is so perfectly clean. Wanting to feel organized, because if your life is organized, then it sort of has this flow and effect into every other area. So your relationships are better. You'll want to invite people over to your house and host a party because your house is amazing, type vibe. So really get clear on all the things they want to achieve. And good, like with burnt out millennials, they don't want to work 40 hours a week making someone else rich. They want to make themselves rich. They no longer want to wake up and sit in a car for 3 hours and drive, wait in traffic to drive to work. They want to be able to wake up whenever the hell they want, go to a cafe down the road and work from a laptop all day, whatever their desires are, but get really clear on that as well. So I really urge you to write out a huge list of all their pain points and then a huge list of all their desires, because that is what that's going to be used in your messaging. It's really, really important. And then how do you help them? So get really clear on your specific methodology. Like what's your roadmap that you take them through? What's your process? And get really clear on that as well. So my example, I help women entrepreneurs turn their IG into a money-making machine with digital products. So not knowing what some pain points might be, not knowing what to post, not gaining any followers, not turning into leads, not knowing what to post, feeling stressed about money, worrying about being judged online, a few to name a few. Otherwise, in what's the word opposite to that? Doesn't make sense. Being a leader in the industry is what they want. They want to gain hundreds of followers a day, making sales daily, feeling IG feeling easy and flowy, and back systems are working for them. So they're making money while they sleep. That is the dream. And then how and why. So how, get really clear on how and why you help them. So how is by teaching them a strategy that works and giving them the accountability and mentorship that they need to keep going or to believe in themselves. And then why? Because I wish I had this kind of strategy and support when I first started out, and because I used to struggle too, and I found a way that I no longer had to struggle. And now I want every single woman to feel the same way, that IG gets to be easy, that money making gets to be really, really easy. You know, if I feel that way and it makes me feel amazing, why wouldn't I want every other single woman on this planet to be able to feel the same way? No gatekeeping. But you're probably thinking, like, why does this stuff even matter? Like, why do I need to write this down? But it matters because this is your story, and your story is what connects and nurtures and sells. So you need to be really clear on all of this, your why and your how, because makes up your story, and your story is what sells. So number 2 is creating solution-driven content. I think we got this far last night, and then the Wi-Fi cut out. So basically, your content needs to be providing answers. People are on Instagram, and depending on where they are on their journey, on their customer journey, on their awareness stages, they're probably out there looking for some help. They know they've got some pain points. They know they might want to lose weight. They know they might want to declutter their house. They know they might want to quit their job, but they are looking out there for some answers. They come across your reel, they see that your reel has the answer to their problem. They're going to go, boom, I'm going to read this reel. Boom, I want to follow this girl. I really like her vibe. I really like her values. They go to your page. You've got a bit of storytelling there. You've got a bit of tips. You've got all of this content that you're putting out that we will perfectly craft. They're going to follow, and they're going to follow your journey, and they're really going to connect with you. And then that's how you make sales. So really making sure, and if your messaging is right and you're really attracting your dream client and where they're at, they're going to think, oh my God, it's like this woman's in my head. I need to work with her ASAP. So creating solution-driven content is really, really important. Your audience has a problem, and 90% of your audience, 90% of your content should be providing the solutions. And I say 90% because 10% of the time you can post a photo of you on the beach and share your life. You know, it doesn't always have to be sell, business, business, business. I think it's also really nice just to have 10% of you having fun, showing your life without it being any sort of reference to your business. But most of the time it should be solution-driven content. So how do you create solution-driven content? Basically, you need to create your content pillars. So you've all heard of this before. Your content pillars are like your main topics. So mine are social media growth, business growth, digital products, making money online, and then my story. Super simple. They're the main things that I love to talk about. Get really clear on your content pillars, and then write out a list of all of the problems that your audience faces in every single one of these pillars. Not knowing, for social media pillar, it might be not knowing how to grow, not being able to reach any followers, maybe feeling like my audience is out of whack, things like that. So really get clear on writing them all out. And then what problems are your products or services solving in relation to that? So you might have different products that you want to, or you might just have one that sort of flows into all of them. But like I have an Instagram growth bundle that really targets my Instagram growth problem. Then I have my one-on-one mentoring that really helps my, business growth and full mentorship to help people grow and make money online. So you've got sort of different products that meet people with the different problems. Also, you should. And then using 3 types of content. So there are 3 types. There's leadership type, there's coachable, and there's inspirational. I'm going to teach you exactly what these are tonight. I'm not sure you've heard of this yet, but leadership is the type of content that shows you're an authority and that you're a leader in your space. So this is not tips and tricks. It's not 5 ways to do this. It's written in a very different way, and I'm going to show some examples in a second. But this is really important because people will trust you so much more if you're talking as an authority and if you're a leader in your space. Then there's coachable. So this is like tips and tricks and education, 5 ways to lose weight by summer, 5 ways to do this, 5 myths about this. Like that's the sort of tips and tricks that people love. And then there's inspirational. So things that people can relate to and find inspiration in, and storytelling. So people need to, this sort of content embarks a bit of emotion, which is really, really important. And using 3, like a mixture of all of these 3 is really important. You can't just have leadership, you can't just have coachable, and you can't just have inspirational. You really need to use a combination of all 3. So let's just dive a little bit deeper here. So leadership is really showing that you're an authority and a leader in your space. So this could be something like a post like how my client achieved X. So by saying how my client, that already shows that you're an authority. I've been using this to achieve this result myself. Here's how you can too. How I achieved X by stopping X. You should do X over X. So it kind of gives, you're really showing your opinion, you're showing examples, you're showing case studies. So it's really positioning you as an authority, right? Makes sense? I hope so. Number 2 is coachable. Tips and tricks. I mean, these do really well, obviously, because people really save these, and Instagram is going to push out your content more when people save and share it. So these are really good for the algorithm because people obviously are going to save 5 tips on how to grow on Instagram because they're going to want to come back to it later. So these sort of wins are really important to do into your content strategy because they will help people save and share it, and then that helps your reels grow gangbusters. So that could include 5 tips on how to lose weight. This is how you build 10 followers in a day, whatever it might be. 10 myths about the fitness industry, e.g. Example, my IG following started growing when, my glutes started growing when, hacks, strategies, how-tos. This is all about coachable. Then you've got inspirational. So this is your story. This is your storytelling. This is evoking some sort of emotion. Like imagine if this happened. Like imagine if you were to wake up tomorrow and check your bank account and there's $20,000 from a new sale. Like it sort of evokes that emotion. So really having a mixture of that. And this is where I see POVs working really well. You've probably seen POVs on a lot of things, and that's when the storytelling comes in, and that's when the desires comes in. So really talking to your audience desires and that. I want to share with you just how I sort of use all of this in my own content creation. So you're going to get a little insight into how I do my content, and I hope you can see this okay. So basically this is inspired by Jamie C. She's an incredible marketer and I love her so much. And she sort of taught me how to do this, but I have done my own little Notion thing here. So if you guys love Notion, this is going to be the best thing for you. So basically I've got all my pillars here. So my social media growth, my digital products, my business growth, my story, and making money online. So these are my five main pillars here. And inside of all of these, I've got problems. So I haven't got problems in that one. Thank you, Abby. In digital products, I do. So I've written out 20 problems, and you can write out, as many problems as you want that people face in this area. So what do my audience face? My women business owners face? What problems do they face when it comes to digital products? So let's just go, for example, the best thing about Notion is you can do AI as well. So let's go list 20 problems that female business owners face when it comes to growing on Instagram, right? You can just put that in and it does spit them out. So you can do this and you can choose them. Otherwise you can write in your own ones as well. So what you do, you just want to make sure that this all saves here and make sure that these feel good for you and that they actually make sense for your pillar. I'll just make sure that that finishes. So you've got all your problems here, and this is how you create solution-based problems, because these are probably all things that you've faced before, difficulty in understanding the algorithm. All right, let's choose this one today. We're going to choose this one to work on. So basically, when it comes, did that just disappear? Of course it did, didn't it? There you go. When it comes to creating content, what you want to do is you want to make it solution-based. So you've got your problems and you want to have a really good hook. So I talk a lot about hooks, and you can have hooks in regards to your leadership, coachable and inspirational hooks, right? So then you can just choose quickly under which topic you want to do and what hook. So if you go into my hook thing here, I've got a bajillion hooks that I can use for my leadership content. I've got a ton that I can use for my coachable, for like, here's a beginner friendly way to do X, and so on for my inspirational as well. And AI really helps with this as well, creating those hooks. But just for example, this is how I plan my content. So for example, how many posts do you want to do a day? All I do is go, okay, post 1. And this was an example I did before, but let's do, okay, content pillars, you should mix and match between your content pillars throughout the week. So let's just go social media growth, for example, that I did before, right? Problem, difficult in understanding the Instagram's algorithm is a problem that everybody does. Content type, let's choose, maybe let's go leadership today. We're going to go leadership type of content today because you should mix up between the 3 types as well. Let's do a B-roll because we like B-roll. And then let's go find a hook. So what we want to do is go into our hook bank here and we're going to go leadership. So then we're going to go, I've analyzed the strategies of the top performers. Let's just do this. I've analyzed this. I'm just making this up. This is just a rough thing, but let's put this in here. And then we can go, I want to post this on the 26th of June, right? So this is just what you do here. And then when you're ready to sort of post it, you can come in here and you can click on the 26th and you can create your own hook and sort of create your content from here. So I'm going to do a B-roll video. It's going to be content pillars about social media growth and the content type is leadership. So then you want to get your hook and your problem and mesh them in together. So I've analyzed strategies for the top performing niche, top performers. So you're going to go, I have analyzed strategies for the top of the top performing posts on social media. That's niche, right? And here is what I have found about understanding the IG algorithm, right? See how easy that is? I can't speak, but this is also a really good way if you think that you don't, have any authority yet. So like this is a really great authority post because you're saying that you've analyzed strategies from the top performing posts on social media. And here's what you found about understanding the IG algorithm. So meshing those two together, and then this is a perfectly great post. That's your hook. And then all you need to do is add some video, or you can talk to the camera about it. And then in your caption, obviously talk about it a little bit more and then have your call to action to download your free guide. So this is a really great way to content plan for your week using problems and using hooks as well. I really hope that makes sense. One that I did earlier as well, I did social media growth and then I did coachable content. So the hook was, the problem was not knowing what to post. And the hook was, here is a beginner friendly way to, super helpful. Here's a beginner friendly way to achieve goal. So it was just like, here is a beginner friendly way to know exactly what to post when you feel like you're out of ideas, so it's like just using those, using a hook and then using a problem and then giving them solution. This is how you're going to attract your dream people. I really hope that makes sense there as well. All right, let's take it back to the main screen. That was a little insight into my content strategy. All right, number 2, using IG features. So learning how to sell on stories, using lives, using reels, and getting people into your DMs. The more DMs you can have, the better combos, the more DM combos. So reels are for reach. Reels are not to sell. I do not want to see anyone putting any sort of product in your reels. It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Even if you say DM me the word X for more info and then you jump into the DMs with information, they're not going to buy from you. You need to use your reels as a place to reach more people and start that customer trust funnel. So offering your free lead magnet in your reel, that's all you're going to do, and just tell your story and connect and give some value. So making sure you have a hook at the start, a call to action to grab your freebie, and then that starts your trust funnel. Do not sell in your reels. They are for more reach and for the beginning of the nurture phase. Stories are for nurturing and selling. So this is where you share your story. This is where you connect with your audience. This is how you show your life behind the scenes, insights into your brain and your values. And this is where the selling really starts. You're allowed to tell in your story. You're allowed to link your things to your thing, as long as you're not doing it all the time and you're really putting it in with other things with a lot of value, and then value plugging. Because people don't like to be sold to all the time, but you can also do it in ways that don't feel salesy. DMs are for connection and more sales. So the amount of, like I said before, I have never really made a sale without a DM first. So the more DM conversations you can have, invite people into your DMs all the time, but really get to know your community, learn their pain points and understand their goals. And I truly believe this is where like 50 to 90% of your sales will happen in DMs, which is why I always, on all of my stories, you will always see DM me for X, DM me for X, DM me for more information, DM me if you want to chat, come into my DMs, they're always open. And then lives are a great way. I know that they're quite scary, but they're a great way to show your authority and build your trust, because you can really show your personality, and you can share your secret sauce, you can share your values and your strategies, and it allows for deeper connection, and you will make more sales. For digital marketing, the amount of people that have messaged me after a live being like, I want to work with you because you really show your personality and your way you can work and the way you can help them. So lives are an amazing, amazing opportunity for growth, and business. The more conversations you have, the more sales you will make. I promise you that. So try and have as many conversations as you can, which is why I always say, drop me a DM me the word X. I have a free guide on X, DM me X if you want it. If you want to learn how I did this, DM me the word X. When someone answers a poll, DM them and say, thank you for answering my poll, and then start a conversation there. And then always say my DMs are always open, just knowing that it's a safe space and that you can always offer, encourage people to drop you a message. And then your funnel. So this is the last bit of the pie, your freebie trust magnet, using ManyChat to make this easier for yourself, and then creating an email marketing from your freebie, having a email marketing sequence, a welcome sequence when someone joins your freebie, so that they're not just left not wondering what to do, really taking them through the journey, and also inviting people into your DMs from your email marketing and your emails as well. So this is like your trust funnel. So basically at the top of your funnel, you've got your content and your messaging. So people see your reels, people see your content, they come to your page and they get your free lead magnet, which is going to help them achieve something. It's going to introduce you to them. It's going to let them have a little immediate win. They're going to download it. They're going to find out a bit more about you, find out about maybe a little bit of a solution that they can get, that they're looking for, a part of solving their problem. And then they're probably most likely to follow you after, they get your freebie and they trust you a little bit. Then they become a member of your email list and they get introduced to a nurture sequence, usually about 4 or 5 emails long, which introduces you again. It shares some testimonials, it shares some success stories and your values, and then of course invites them to maybe book a call or work with you a little further or come into your DMs for some conversations. And then it goes down to the bottom. Your content, your stories, your lives, your DMs, your weekly emails is the continuous thing that you do to nurture them and to build that trust so that they're more likely to buy from you as well. So your free lead magnet should link to your bigger offer as well. ManyChat is amazing if you want to save a lot of time, so you don't have to personally message a heap of people if you have a really well-performing reel that want to download your freebie. Email marketing is going to help you nurture your audience, and then using these 3 things to start convos and DMs as well. Okay, so recap. Your first content strategy matters the most. You need to get this right. If you're not targeting the right people, if you don't have a strategy, if you're not following any specific thing, and if your content doesn't solve a problem, you need to absolutely change this, because this is going to be how you're going to find your people and how you're going to start that trust funnel. Understanding and using all of the IG features for different purposes, especially selling in stories. I can't stress that enough, that you do not sell anywhere really other than your lives and your stories and maybe your email marketing, but your stories are key to building trust, to letting people in on your life, showing your personality, and you need to be using stories properly to really nurture your audience and make those connections and make those sales. And then your working funnel, so your email marketing, your biz automations, to really build that trust funnel as well. So I just want to ask you, what are you missing? If you feel open to putting it in the chat, ask yourself 3 questions. Are you following a content strategy at the moment, or are you just posting whatever the hell you think is right, and hoping that something works out? Do you feel like you speak to your ideal client? Is your content solution driven? And do you use all 3 types of content that I shared tonight? Being an authority, giving education, and then being an inspiration as well. Then are you using all the IG features properly to make you money? This is all new to me, Abby, so all of this is missing. No strategy yet. Yeah, And there might be a lot of people on this call that have not started or that have been doing it for a while and they don't know this, and that is okay. I didn't know any of this 7 months ago at all. So I mean, I had my fitness business and I knew a little bit, but once I started learning digital marketing, I was like, oh, there's actually a freaking strategy to this, and it's amazing because once you learn it and you start to apply it, you just see it working. Um, and it's a strategy that works, and it's just really cool because once you dial in your messaging and you really know who you're targeting and you're trying to help, it just becomes a lot easier to create content and to find your people. So this is really exciting, Enya. Super, super exciting. I know that you do have your IG as well. And yeah, I'd love to see you start implementing all of this sort of stuff. And it gets to be really exciting. I hope this does excite you. Lots to learn. I have no strategy. I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall. I feel like I am the spaghetti. Tomorrow, I love you. Yes, amazing. So hopefully you can take something away from tonight and realize that strategy is really important, and most importantly, creating content that solves a problem. I think a lot of people sort of just kind of post things just to post, or maybe they're just posting tips and they're not posting authority content. Like having a combination of all of that is really, really, really important, and having your trust funnel and taking them through that customer journey is so important. So I really want to ask, like, what are you missing out of these things? Content strategy, using all the IG features. And I know that lives are really scary, but they're scary at first, like anything scares you, I think, at first, but they're actually really fun when you start to do them quite a lot and they get quite addictive. But amazing. I'm having a hard time with my pillars when it comes down to burnout millennials. Okay, Amy, that's okay. Hard time with your pillars. Yeah, I mean, it would be, I guess you're probably thinking like freedom seeking, burnt out millennials. So I guess it would just be, making money online, passive income, making money online. I think that's probably where you are. Um, Being your own boss, like being burnt out millennials, like you could probably start doing like, really empowering boss women quotes and boss, that sort of stuff. So like being your own boss could be a content pillar, working for yourself instead of working for the man type thing. But yeah, definitely brainstorm these. And if you want to come into my DMs a bit later, I'd love to help you brainstorm as well. But if you're doing all of these, amazing, love it. You must be making bank. So good. Another one, Amy, as well, like digital products is definitely, like not knowing or making money online digital products, because I think, it's such a great way to make passive income as well. Amazing. Yes, you must be making bank if you are doing all of this. And if no, what do you need to fix? Think about it. Think about it. I want to introduce you to my client, Sarah. So Digital Lux CEO, she came to me about 10 weeks ago, maybe 8 weeks ago now, and she didn't have a strategy. She was too scared to go live. Her reels were going really well. She was gaining a lot of like followers and she had a really good community, but she hadn't made any high ticket sales at all since starting. So we cleaned up her messaging and really dialed in her target audience and spoke to their desires. We started selling properly in her stories. So what Sarah was doing was just sharing a lot of like the modules and like, what the course was inside the course that she was offering. It was more about like the modules and the things that people would get and like all that sort of stuff. Whereas people don't give a shit about that. They want the transformation. They want to know that they're going to be able to quit their 9 to 5 and have a job that gives them freedom. They want to know that they're going to be making money while they sleep. Like talk to the transformations. And yeah, they want to know that they're going to have a clean bloody house to come home to every day after a busy day at work. That sort of thing. So really don't talk about like, I'm going to clean your fridge. I'm going to clean your thing. It's like, I'm going to give you this transformation instead. So we moved her so we really started changing that up. We also started having more DM convos. So we really started inviting people in. We moved what Sarah was doing as well. She was doing a lot of promo in a reel. So she was like, DM me the word X and I will send you info on the exact same way that I got started. And then she would send them a straight link to her stand store. And I was like, hell no one is buying from your stand store. And lots of people commenting, but she was like, I'm not getting any sales. And I was like, that's because you haven't built your trust funnel. So what we did instead was change that up and say, DM me the word for a free guide. And then she got the free guide. She got like 200 people on her email list in like 2 weeks, really nurtured those people. And then she also started going live. She started doing lives once a week. So scared at the start, and then loved it. And she launched a new course, and then within the week, she made 8,000 Australian dollars, which is just so crazy. She said, I can't believe it. Week one, finished last week making over 8K in 1 week. It's happened. The high ticket sales have started to flood in. I did it. Thank you so much for the freaking support. Yeah, so amazing. Like all of these things that we tweaked, and then she had an absolutely incredible, incredible week. I just got goosebumps as well. So I just want you to think about that number again at the start. So was it 10K? Was it 20? Was it 30K months? And imagine you had a strategy that was proven that was working for you, that you could get you there, right? Imagine. I really want to help you create content that makes your dream customer say, it's like you're in my head. I need to work with you because you're going to solve all my problems. I want you to get more DMs from people saying, send me the link. I need to work with you. I want you to believe in yourself and your business. I want you to start using all the IG features properly so that your IG is a money making machine. And I want you to set up your automation so you can work smarter, not harder. If you want this too, then I want to invite you into something really exciting and special, because I said at the start there was an amazing opportunity, and I truly believe it is. Would love to invite you into a mini magnetic mastermind. So this is going to be an 8-week mastermind to help you master your mindset and business strategies and cover everything that we have spoken about today, strategies, so that you can turn your IG into a money making machine. I'm only looking for 8 women though. This is a very exclusive mastermind for 8 women who are ready to go all in on their business and really ready to take it to the next level. If you want the strategy, if you want the mindset work, and you want the support and accountability, and you want me as your mentor to take your business and IG to the moon, then this is for you. I would love to mentor you. I just want to tell you exactly what's inside, because it's going to be an amazing 8 weeks together to expand and scale. So week one is 80% of your success is mindset and manifesting. I truly believe that 80% of your success in this space is all your mindset. And if you believe that you are going to achieve, and if you start to do the mindset and energetic works and the manifesting work, you will absolutely be so successful. I've actually started telling this in my fitness, and you as well, these are my fitness community as well. She will probably know about scripting. I've been scripting lately, and I have been waking up every morning and spending 5 minutes in my scripting journal and talking about how I am making consistent 50K months. And it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I've got no doubt in my mind. And because I'm feeding my subconscious mind and talking about what I want to achieve, like it's already happened. And it's a really, really, really cool tool to use in any goal. So that's what we're going to be diving into. Lots of manifesting and mindset techniques like that. Week 2 is all about your magnetic messaging and finding your secret sauce and your target audience. So we're going to get so dialed in about who you help and how. Where are they hanging out? What are they doing? What are they struggling with? What do they want to achieve? Who are they? Who are you targeting? We're going to find them and get really, really clear so you know exactly who you're helping and how. Week 3 is the content strategy that will build trust and make you sale. So I'm going to give you that template that I just showed you with all of the problems and everything in there. We'll workshop that all together, all of your content pillars, all of your hooks, so that you can just plug and play and create content and become a content absolutely crazy making machine, so that it's really easy for you, and that you know that you're attracting your right customer, that your messaging is bang on point. We're going to optimize your funnels, your trust funnel, have your freebies and your backend systems, email marketing, and ManyChat set up. I will give you templates for all of your welcome sequences, all of your emails, all of that sort of stuff, so you can just plug and play and not have to think about it. Number 5 is learning how to sell in stories. So there are particular ways you have to sell in stories without feeling salesy. I will give you templates, a story challenge, all of this sort of stuff as well. Week number 6 is turning your lives into a money-making machine. I've made so many amazing connections and made a lot of business through my lives, and I'm going to teach you exactly how to do the same. So even if you're scared, it's a really great opportunity to step out of your comfort zone as well. Selling in your DMs is week 7. So learning how to master the art of sales in your DMs. And then week number 8 is sort of like a recap and building a sustainable and scalable business. Very scared, Amy. That is the reason to do it, girl. Yeah, it's actually so lives are so scary. I remember in lockdown, I did like a live workout series for my fitness business. And I remember the first time that I had to do it, I think I had 70 people on the live and I was literally about to spew my guts up. I was so nervous. And then like 6 weeks later, I was like jumping on all cool. And it was so funny, the transformation from week 1 to week 6. So it gets a lot easier. And if we plan it properly, and you've got like a framework that you can follow for your lives, it gets to be really fun. So by joining, guys, you get access to 1 live coaching a week where we'll be covering all of these topics. So we'll be jumping on, I'll be teaching you, and then you'll have assigned homework to go ahead and do these things. A chance to pick my brain about anything, content creation templates, so a Notion template that I showed you, and we'll workshop together for your pillars and your hooks and all of your problems and everything. Workbooks and weekly tasks to hold you accountable. Chat support to ask any questions Monday to Friday. Email marketing templates, DM script templates, content review, mini challenges to expand you. So we'll do like little social media challenges, make sure that you post every single day, me as your mentor, and then the Digital Creators Club access for life. So that is what my partner and I have created together, DCC. So that's currently valued, I think, at $299 to get access to that. And that has a ton of amazing things in there as well. Teach you so much, but you get that for life as well. So in DCC, my partner and I have 2 coaching calls a week as well that you'll get access to. You can ask questions anytime as well in our school community. So it's a beautiful little community there as well. So there are only 8 spots available. I really would love to work with ambitious women that really want to take their business to the next level and that want to learn. So for all of this, you get your investment, 1 coaching call, 8 in total. You get chat support Monday to Friday to have your content reviewed, ask questions, all my templates, scripts, and workbooks, lifetime access to DCC, and accountability and support. This is all in USD as well. So pay in full is $999 USD. Alternatively, 3 payments of $388 over the course of 3 months. So, and if you are in Oz, I can do afterpay for you, which is a little bit exciting as well. So if you are interested, I would love, oh, actually, sorry, that's not all. When you join, if you want to join in the next 48 hours, I will gift you a MRR course for free. So whether that be DWA, SWC, or UBC, completely included in the price, all yours. And this is going to help you, like DWA, for if anyone doesn't know what DWA, it's Digital Wealth Academy, Ultimate Branding course. These are sort of digital marketing courses that you can learn from that are phenomenal. DWA is what I learned from at the start, and then I started with UBC. It taught me all of this stuff, so you kind of get that learning and education alongside my mentoring and what I'm going to teach you as well. So you've got the whole kit and caboodle, and then if you want to as well, you can also resell the courses as your own, which is fantastic. So if you want to be part of an intimate group or like-minded humans, if you want IG and business support and growth, systems and strategies that work, daily support and mentorship, templates, scripts, done for you courses, Zoom coaching calls and recordings, mini challenges, accountability, expansion, support, and encouragement, fun. And if you want to build the biz of your dreams, you want to have more money, you want to have more time, more freedom, just to build that online Instagram, then I would love to support you. I would love to mentor you. All you need to do is DM me the word magnetic after this after this class, and let's chat about how we can get you started on your payment plan or your pay in full, and we'll get you set up. And I think we're going to start mid-July. I know one girl did sign up as well today, so there are actually 7 spots available. So let me know if it will. This is also early bird, so prices will increase very soon. But that is all for that, guys. Let's dive into a little bit of a Q&A. I've gone way over time. I did not think that would be an hour, but thank you for tuning in. Let me just take back to Tamara at the start. I'm thinking of starting again from scratch. I've been told I should avoid following more than 3 to 5 other digital marketers. Do you agree with this? And if so, what type of accounts should I follow if I'm targeting mums like me? So when I was starting out in my journey, I think I followed, a couple of people in the same industry, in the same niche, but it wasn't like a priority of mine. It was more so just like connection and stuff, but I really just focused on my own stuff. So I think following other people is not like it's not a huge thing that you need to do. If you want to start again, I'm not sure what sort of account you have and how many followers and how many things you've been, how many months and stuff you've been trying for. But I wouldn't worry about following anyone else, and I would just focus on the content that you're putting out and your content strategy and really go hard with that. And your people will come to you. Absolutely. You can definitely go ahead and like comment on other things, but following I don't think is a huge important thing. It's not something I did. That is in US currency. So 999 is US, or other 388 is US as well. But I can do a AU. If you've got Afterpay, you can chuck it on Afterpay and it does it in 4 weekly blocks. But yeah, so 388 a month, I think is around $500 AU a month. So there'll be 3 lots of that. And anyone in Digital Creators Club already, you get 10% off. So if you're interested, DM me. That is the perks of being in the DCC. Any other questions, content, let me just stop this share. There's still quite a lot of you on. Love it. Any other questions? Anything I spoke about tonight? Does the content strategy make sense? Does it make sense about creating content around, solution-based content, things like that? Is anyone confused as hell and worried? Can I calm your nerves? If you don't have any questions, I will wrap it up, but I will say, interested to know about Notion. Is that paid? I think there is a free version, paid Notion, but I think eventually if you want the AI, you only get like 5 free AI prompts and then you have to pay, but it's not much. I think Notion was maybe $12 a month or something. Do you use it for a lot of stuff or just content strategy? Yeah, Notion's amazing. You can do everything with Notion. You can create calendars. You can create everything with Notion. It's amazing. It's a little hard to wrap your head around. I had to watch a few YouTubes to make sense of it, but it's really, really cool. It's really great. Okay, not selling in Reels has been the biggest eye opener for me. Yeah, Tamara, amazing. Please set up your trust funnel, set up your freebie, and just put your freebie everywhere. Talk about it in your stories, in every call to action on your reel. It should be comment the word X for my free guide to help you with X. Do not sell in your reels at all. It's not a place. The only where I see it selling in reels is like people with like 100,000 followers that have a really, really big, they've got a lot of social proof and they have a really, they might launch something new and their community freaking loves them already. So they can say, hey, here's my thing. And a million people will buy it because they've spent years building that trust. So it doesn't really work for people who haven't done that. Worried about chatting to people in DMs and knowing what to say and nurturing them further without giving it away before they go on to buy a product. Yeah, so there's a structure to DMs setting. That's what we will teach you. You can't just be like, hey, here's my stuff. You need to, there's a psychology behind it. You need to firstly ask them what's got them interested, what they're currently doing right now, what are they struggling with, what would their life be like if they weren't struggling with this. So there's a real way to it. And then always say you've got to ask for permission to give more information. So be like, I'm really sorry you're going through that. This is what I do, or would you like to hear a bit about what I do and how I could potentially help you? Then they say yes, and then you start. So yeah, there's a real fine art to DMing. Otherwise, you can just DM people and just have a chin wag and just get to know them. Absolutely. Like that's fine. But if you're wanting to sell in your DMs, there's a specific way to go about it for sure. Because people can get quite scared if you're just like, here's my product, buy it. Definitely don't do that. And also what I have found as well, like getting on calls with people really helps. We've done a lot of like calls, just a quick little 15-minute get to know you, ask any questions. It really helps build trust as well. So I will be teaching that in the mastermind, the mini mind as well. Beautiful. Not selling as reels. Biggest takeaway. Anyone else want to share their biggest takeaway tonight? Love that. Thank you for sharing that, Tamara. Would also, Tamara, jump into my DMs and let me see your Instagram. I'll let you know if I think you should start again. Sounds amazing. Sounds amazing. And yeah, you're amazing. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. DM me after this masterclass. Let me know if you liked it, your biggest takeaway. Let me know if you're interested in the mini mind. I would love to have you in. Biggest takeaway is that content strategy actually is. Yay. It's a thing. Love it. Awesome, guys. Thank you for your time tonight. Appreciate you all so much, more than you know. And I will see you on my IG stories.